The action is at Appalachian Faction. Welcome in again. This is episode 2 of Appalachian Faction Championship Wrestling Unscripted. I'm your host, Steven. I'm here with Casey and Gary, and what we've done is create an entirely new wrestling promotion within the world of WWE 2K19, complete with a roster of 100 original wrestlers. In today's episode, we will take the next step to crown the inaugural AFCW Men's World Champion. We have the top 8 competitors in the division ready to face off in one-on-one matches with normal rules all the way up until the finals, which will be a best-of-3 pinfall or submission. Casey, what are your thoughts on today's tournament?
Well, I'm really excited to see all of the individuals and get to meet them because I'm new here. I'm very excited to see what comes out of the Bear, Raymond. This is just going to be a very, very fun and interesting tournament.
Absolutely, we have the elite of the AFCW men's division in this tournament. Hey Gary, who's going to win it and who's going to surprise us?
My pick would probably be pretty closely between Stephen Tasty and Jeremy Gwaltney, but if I have a favorite, it's going to be Jeremy.
With Jeremy, excellence inside the ring, excellence outside the ring. He is a tremendous ambassador for the AFCW as an organization. Stephen Tasty, he may present himself as something delicious, but he is one of the nastiest players in the game. That's the type of action you get on today's episode. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out other Appalachian Faction social media to make suggestions on who you'd like to see in future episodes. Now we're going to get straight to it. We have our 1/8 seed matchup. The All-American Jeremy Gwaltney versus the Heat Ray Raymond Tanaka. Gary, who do you think is going to win this match? I know you said you had Jeremy as your winner for the tournament, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that's what it is, but I'll let you further that notion.
Well, actually, I think Raymond's going to win this one. Just messing with you. Although, I think he does stand a good chance against Jeremy here. I would be pretty shocked if he won. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, though.
The Heat Ray Raymond Tanaka is an incredible striker. He uses punches and kicks both effectively. It's actually a very interesting style clash, if you will, between the All-American wrestler, Jeremy Gwaltney, the 4-time All-American, 4-time national champion at the University of California, Los Angeles. The Heat Ray with his kicks and punches that are deadly if not taken seriously. Starting off strong, Jeremy here. Certainly making you look like an expert there, partner.
He is not letting me down.
Looking to maybe cause a little bit of intimidation with that move there. Now we got a swinging neck breaker.
Raymond just tried to pull a reversal there, but it was denied.
Casey, you think Raymond can maybe turn the momentum around, maybe get something going his way so he can get this win?
This just looks pretty painful. If it were me, I would be staying on the floor.
Raymond, coming out of Seattle, Washington, says he's been fighting in tournaments his entire life. He wants to come here and prove that he is the best because that's what he does everywhere he goes.
I once heard that he spent over $1,000 in one of those crane machines just to clear it out. Just because he had to prove something to someone in the restaurant. I don't know.
Well, I wonder if there's any way we can confirm that, but that is an interesting story regardless.
Yeah, I think it was a kid, too. I think he just really wanted to rub it in that kid's face.
We didn't need any evidence, but we got it right there. It's proof that you are the expert and have your finger on the pulse of the AFCW rumor mill. Jeremy with a big punch. Now he looks to be setting up something. Kick to the stomach, and it might be setting up for the All-American pedigree. That is a solid shot straight to Raymond's face, and now Tanaka is down, and he's out in 2.
Already on 2 counts. Jeremy's looking to make this a quick matchup.
Oh, he's putting that arm bar, might finish it here. It's going to be tough to get out. Jeremy is one of the strongest men in the division. Oh, Raymond is out, adding a little bit of his own offense on the way up. It looks like these two are going to definitely be in contention for this AFCW Men's World Championship. Jeremy down with the lateral press, but he is only able to get a 1 count from the referee Hitoshi Saito.
Jeremy's getting pretty psyched.
Get a little bit of support from the crowd. Jeremy and his partner Leticia work with their mutual aid programs around North and South America to fund breakfast and after-school programs, as well as maintaining affordable housing. I was not expecting him to take it up to the top rope, but wow. Oh, and Hitoshi Saito almost gave Jeremy that win there, but Raymond Tanaka had something to say otherwise.
I thought he had it.
Casey, do you think this might be the time that Jeremy puts this match away?
You gotta give it up to Raymond. He's fighting back. He's holding his own.
Certainly giving it all he's got.
Raymond is telling you not pay attention to him.
Well, he might not have much more. Gwaltney's starting to turn the momentum in his favor.
I gotta say, I really appreciate how reflective his butt is. It's just fantastic.
Oh, 2 count and he's out.
I think we may see Jeremy extinguish this flame today.
It looks like that may be the case. Raymond was setting up for a kick there, but Jeremy put him down before he could even get the kick out.
I mean, Jeremy has really not been leaving much room for Raymond to even do anything in this match.
Well, that is the sign of an excellent grappler. You take away the space from your opponent, and he's looking to take some space here. He's got a lateral press and hook, but he's only got 2 counts. That's what you want to do, though. You want to keep the space to a very limited maximum. You want to make sure that you're controlling your opponent's body, and especially with a striker like Raymond, you don't want to give him any space. Now he's here with another All-American pedigree, and this might be the end right here. He might have that rope break. Oh, no, he's out before the 1 count. That's impressive.
I mean, I can already see defeat in his eyes. He's got the look of defeat on his face. I don't know how much he's going to be staying in this.
Well, that might be the case here. Jeremy's got another armbar, but Raymond's out.
Ooh.
Big spine buster, and Jeremy. I think this might be the one. The 2. Oh. The resilience of Raymond Tanaka is not to be scoffed at. This is an impressive young man. If anything, he's going to prove that he belongs in AFCW in the top echelon of the men's division. Another pedigree.
Just manhandled him like a child.
Jeremy Gwaltney has been dominating this match. I think he's got 1, he's got 2, and there's the 3. He is moving on to the second round. Jeremy Gwaltney, the All-American, he is moving 1 step closer to the AFCW Men's World Championship. Gary, walk us through the end of that match there.
Well, I mean, it was clear that Raymond didn't really have very much more to give. He had been completely exhausted throughout the entire match. Jeremy did not really give him much time to pull off any of his moves. We didn't even get to see any of his signatures. I mean, he was just fighting for his life in there, and, you know, hopefully next time that Raymond does come back, he's got a little more flame in his eyes.
The epitome of the Greco-Roman wrestler, cutting off the space, controlling the ability to create any offense on their own, especially with a striker like Raymond. Casey, what are your thoughts thoughts on that match there?
I am just impressed with Raymond's resilience to just keep going forward. Like, you have to give it up for him. Like, he's walking away from this tournament, but he is not walking away from some impressions he definitely made today.
Now moving into our 4 or 5 seed matchup, we have the Professor, Gary the Bear Hayes, going up against Jonathan Calypso. Gary, who's going to win this match? How are they going to do it?
I would have to say the Bear has the edge on this one. He is an excellent fighter. Not to say that Jonathan isn't. I just think the Bear's probably going to have a little bit more stamina than Jonathan in this one. It's going to come down to, I think, who can last the longest, who can take the biggest beating, and I think the Bear is going to be the winner of that. All right, here we go. Let's see a fair fight.
Jonathan, a former dancer, found out that he could make a lot of money here in AFCW, as one can when one is an elite athlete and an incredible fighter.
And he threw him over his back like he weighed nothing.
Well, that's the strength of the Bear. You may not be able to see it under that incredible, impeccable suit, but he is quite the athlete himself.
Yeah, I don't know how he wrestles in that thing.
It's got to be some kind of difficulty, because I got to tell you, there's got to be a good bit of sweat going on underneath.
Maybe it's like one of those Spanx suits, instead of it being like a full-blown tailored suit.
Oh, I'd say that's probably a full-blown tailored suit from what I've heard of his spinning habits and the way that he likes to have the things that he has. I don't think he would accept anything less than a tailored suit, Casey.
I mean, from what I understand, he has to get it dry cleaned every single match. That is a big commitment.
Why doesn't he just get multiples?
I mean, he's not made of money.
Jonathan with a big slam, showing off his strength. I'd say probably his footwork is maybe his greatest asset, but he is incredibly strong.
That he is.
Now the Bear's showing off a little bit of his ring awareness, showing off how to cut off the ring against your opponent, showing Jonathan maybe he's making mistakes going into the corner there.
I mean, this really just reminds me of two giant, colossal beasts fighting in a city right now. I mean, these two guys are giants.
Giants they are, giants you will see in AFCW. Big knee to the gut and a leg drop to add on top of that, and the Bear is trying to take control. Maybe get some momentum on his side. The crowd looks to be on his side and maybe a little bit here.
This is a pretty fast-paced match for two big guys.
And hard hitting as well. That's the type of action you get here in Appalachian Faction. Battle of press now. Saito with one, but the Bear is out. Jonathan, I think if you ask me, Gary, I think he's going to have to put in a little bit more work if he's going to get any kind of win. I don't think it's going to come that easy.
Well, it's definitely not going to come easy for either of them. I mean, right now they're keeping pretty even pace with each other, I'd say.
Wins don't come easy in the AFCW in general, but clearly when you have the top 8 competitors in a division, not going to get easy wins anyway. Casey, do you think this might be the end of it here? Bear setting up.
I don't know.
Oh, we got a pin, a very provocative one at that, but Calypso's out. Ooh, that is a textbook suplex there. And Calypso is looking to maybe actually take his offense and win this match, moving on to the second round, moving a step closer to the AFCW Men's World Championship, and that's a big knee right to the jaw.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to move around the ring.
That he does, but of course, the Bear knows how to cut off that space. but it doesn't look like it's going to matter big time. The private dancer, and now we've got a lateral press with a leg hook. We've got two. Saito, why? Oh, 2.8, and the bear is out, and this match continues. Quite an impressive showing from the bear, but Calypso's looking to keep up the pressure.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, 360 splash into the corner. The bear's on his back. I don't know if he's going to be able to last much longer. Calypso dragging him into the middle of the ring. I think he's looking to finish right here. This might be the finish he was looking for. No, the bear is out again, showing off his own resilience.
Denied.
The bear feels comfortable giving clinics in wrestling, but I'm telling you right now, he might be getting a lesson of his own. Oh, he turns it back around on the Calypso. Setting up for something big here, Casey. This might be it. He's got a hook, but
nope, not even close.
Not even close. A neck breaker. A little bit of appreciation from this AFCW crowd. Oh, that looked vicious, Gary. What do you say about that? That knee to the jaw, or neck?
Yeah, I don't know if that's even allowed, but he's not calling it.
Saito's okay with it. Oh, now the bear up on the top rope. Oh, and a double axe handle right to the top of Calypso's head, and he's down on his back, and the bear is getting a little bit more attention from the crowd again. Now he's maybe setting up for something big here. Oh. Big DDT! Now Calypso, he's not looking so hot. All of his momentum from earlier seems to be wiped away, wiped clean, and the bear looking to be holding the eraser on this whiteboard. No, he's out in two.
Man, this is a close one.
Ooh.
I mean, if momentum switched here, I don't know who's going to be able to hold on any longer.
I think you're right there, Gary. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. This is that very clinical, moving your opponent into a position where they don't have a lot of space to move. Now granted, we just saw Calypso get out of it kind of quickly, but still, that was the kind of strategy that I think he needs to employ if he wants to win. But now that I say that, it looks like he may end up getting finished off, but no, he stays in it. The bear holding on.
Off the ropes.
So hard to pull it, wouldn't they?
Both of them clearly want this belt.
And why wouldn't they? It's the most prestigious belt in AFCW and therefore the world.
And again with that dirty knee.
The knee is vicious and yes indeed, quite dirty, right to the jaw, the neck, the nose, all of that soft bone. Oh, and the referee Hitoshi Saito goes down. I don't know if that was intentional, but it doesn't seem to be bothering either of these competitors.
Ooh.
Saito's not having any of that.
He's not liking what's happening right now.
I can't imagine he's feeling too good after being knocked down by a man easily twice his size.
I feel like that would be grounds for disqualification.
Well, I'm assuming that Hitoshi believed it was unintentional. Incidental. Ooh, big knee to the face, and now Jonathan Calypso might finish this match here. We got a 1, we got a 2, and no, there is no 3 coming after that.
I thought he might have had it there.
I was pretty sold on that one myself, partner. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is he setting up for a private dancer? Yes, he is. He hits it, and now he's on the lateral press. A very confident 2 and a 3. Jonathan Calypso moves on to the second round. The dancer, Jonathan Calypso, showing his excellence with inside the ring and showing that maybe he can put on a lesson in wrestling. Gary, walk us through the end of that match there.
It did still come down to who could hold on the longest. They were pretty evenly matched, and clearly Jonathan was able to outlast his opponent beyond expectations.
Casey, what are your thoughts on this match?
I am just as impressed as the last one. These men I'm being introduced to, this is the first time that I'm really seeing the Bear and Calypso fight, and it's just downright impressive what these men can do. I can't wait to see more.
That's the type of action you get here on Appalachian Faction. Now let's move on to our 2 7-seed matchup. We have the illustrious Stephen Tasty going up against the leader of La Facción de Lucha, Daddy Fingers Fernandez. Gary, who's going to win this match? How do you think they're going to do it?
Daddy Fingers is a tremendous opponent in the ring, but Stephen Tasty has definitely got some advantage on him, I think. Stephen Tasty is quite the opponent to fear in the ring.
One of the best grapplers in AFCW and therefore the world. Stephen Tasty is the elite of AFCW, at least in that tier. Although we will see some high-flying offense from Daddy Fingers Fernandez, I think what Steven's going to have to do is try to keep him grounded, try to, again, eliminate that space like a traditional wrestler would, and to try to keep up the pressure, because if you allow Daddy Fingers to get any momentum, especially if you allow him to get the crowd on his side, he will take it to you like anyone in the world, but particularly anyone in the AFCW men's division. Casey, what are your thoughts on this match here?
Not knowing either of them, I'm very intrigued to see what kind of fighting styles they come out with, what they are willing to do to get a chance at that belt. Honestly, I'm just intrigued and applauding the fact that Stephen Tasty can do all of this without having a hair tie-in, because I can't even go for a run without needing to put my hair up.
He's got some pretty wet hair.
He certainly takes pride in his appearance, and I would definitely think that his hair is a part of that.
For sure.
But I'm with you. I can't stand to leave my hair down for longer than 10 minutes in a hot environment.
I mean, clearly that's why he doesn't wear very much clothing.
Gotta think it's gotta be pretty high temperatures in there in the middle of the ring. You got a lot of sweaty bodies rolling around, as well as those hot lights coming down, a whole lot of hot breath from the spectators. I'd say aside from the tactical advantages, that's a pretty good reason to go in the ring without any clothing. Daddy Fingers fighting back from the ground. Tasty may have brought the momentum back in his favor. Whew, Tasty looking vicious and delicious out there. Daddy Fingers Fernandez not looking so hot in this match. He might be coming back here, but he is certainly no slouch. He has got his own team of luchadores. La Facción de Lucha coming out of Mexico, but certainly an international crew. A big Tasty bomb from Stephen Tasty, and now he's looking to assert himself. This might be the finish. He's got a lateral press and hook. Saito's down a little slow, but he's got two. Fingers is out. I would like to think that if Hitoshi was down a little bit quicker, Steven might have had a win there.
Criticizing Hitoshi on the job he's doing?
Not criticizing, absolutely. Just making an observation. Oh, the old slam bam, thank you, ma'am. And this might be the finish that Tasty wanted. And not even allowing Daddy Fingers to get up to the top rope. What's going to happen here? Saito's down. He's got two. Is it 3? It is, and Tasty moves on to the second round, showing his excellence. In fact, I would like to say that was impressive. I would also like to say that was not a great showing from Daddy Fingers, and I do not think that is illustrative of his actual ability. I think he's got a lot more to show. I'd love to see him in another match here in AFCW because, that was a dominant performance from this Stephen Tasty. Walk us through the end of that match, Gary.
Well, yeah, he really didn't let Daddy get a single move off, pretty much. Yeah, I've normally seen Daddy perform much better than he has today. It must not have been a very good day for him. Steven definitely dominated the ring. He really showed that he is hungry for that belt.
He seems to want to win it pretty badly. I'd say so as well, Gary. Casey, what are your thoughts on that match there?
Whoa. Not having seen Daddy perform before, I am really, really intrigued to see what his best looks like because that definitely didn't feel like it at all.
He's an excellent wrestler. We'll see him again, I'm sure. But now, Stephen Tasty moves on to the second round. Let's move on to our final matchup of the first round, our 3-6 matchup. We got Jopra, the leader of Your Destruction, going up against everybody's cool guy, Clyde OG. Gary, who's going to win this match? How are they going to do it?
I would really like to see Clyde OG be the reigning champion of this one particular match today, but fortunately, Jopra has some dirty tricks up his sleeve. He really gets into people's head. If we're going to see anyone put up a good match against Jopra, I think it would be Clyde. But I'm nervous that he will not have the integrity. Let's just hope that Clyde ate his branded wheat flakes today.
Getting into people's head is exactly the way that Jopra likes to fight, but I'll tell you what, Clyde is never scared, and he's going to definitely put that fearlessness to the test going up against a man like, if I can call him a man, Jopra.
I did get a chance to talk to Clyde before the match today, and apparently Jopra was seen outside Clyde's apartment at 6 in the morning today. Just standing out there, staring him down anytime he peeked out the windows. Jopra is a real scary man, and I think he's just trying to get in his head.
That seems to be his tactics. As well as the rest of Your Destruction. All of them, they seem to do that type of intimidation tactic, that sort of get inside the opponent's head type of tactic. But I'll tell you what, Clyde doesn't seem to be affected by it too much. That big clothesline takes Jopra outside of the ring.
He is one of the crowd favorites, and I understand why. He's a really good guy. And he's really humble, too.
Clyde is active in the improvement of the well-being of those around him. In fact, he's opened up several wrestling schools in Mississippi. He's one of the most popular wrestlers in AFCW. In fact, I've personally seen several dozen little Clydes cashing in their tickets to see tonight's event. He sets such a positive tone. It is one of the reasons he is so well-liked here in AFCW. He wasn't able to finish there. Jopra's out in 2. Now Clyde's looking to be the driving force behind Jopra's entrance into the ring. Woo! That is a big slam, and I'd say if Jopra is capable of feeling pain, that had to hurt. Again, he is out in 2. Clyde pulling on the neck of Jopra here, keeping up the pressure. Jopra is a very resilient individual, so I'd say that's pretty much the type of strategy you'd have to have if you're Clyde. You gotta keep up the pressure 100% of the time, otherwise I think Jopra might capitalize and win a match. Oh, speaking of dirty tricks, Gary.
Yeah, he's got long fingernails too.
Is that even legal?
I mean, Hitoshi's not calling it.
Follows that up with a pile driver, and he might look to finish here. He's got a lateral press with a hook. Saito's got 2 for him, but Clyde OG shows his resilience.
I'm sorry, it's just still bothering me. What kind of person gets in full costume and makeup just to go outside somebody's house at 6 in the morning? I mean, that is just insane.
Look, Gary, I can attest to how scary that is. He was outside my house yesterday, and I'm just a host.
Wow.
I guess he just wanted to get a look at the new hire, if we can put it nicely. That is terrifying. I mean, are we sure that's a costume?
Yeah, I actually don't even think I've ever seen him out of costume. He might have been born looking the way he does now.
I mean, what do you think is under that mask? Do we really? I mean, we could just one could presume it's paint. It could just be his skin.
Why are you so sure it's even a mask?
I will tell you one thing, Clyde has definitely got to get his act together if he wants to win this match here, because Jopra is not going to give up very easily. He looks to be getting some momentum on his side, getting the audience on his side as well. Big spine buster.
He is really working that ring.
He needs to if he's going to win. He's up against a larger opponent.
That's making me dizzy.
And dunk that nerd.
Oh, I thought that was going to be 3. Clyde thought so too. Hitoshi feels otherwise.
Hitoshi is looking really uneasy right now. I'm sure anyone in the ring with Jopra would be.
I don't envy either Clyde or Hitoshi right now. Busting out that Okoji neckbreaker. And we got a 2 and almost a 3.
This crowd is getting relentless. I mean, they just want to see him put to rest.
I think the crowd would definitely like to get a little bit of satisfaction of Jopper being put in his place. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm not banking on it. I think the outcome is upon us.
Jopra is definitely coming back full force.
And double digits smashing Clyde OG's face against that turnbuckle. Hitoshi's down a little bit slow, but he's got 2. OG is out. Now there's another example. I think if Hitoshi got down a little bit sooner, that might have been a win for Jopra. Jopra looking to attack, but Clyde turns it around on him real fast.
The crowd loves that. Clyde gave it right back to him. Ooh.
Shot to the knee. Jopra not getting the crowd on his side, but he doesn't seem to mind. Oh, we put him down with 1, and he's got 2. He's following it up with a 3rd big headbutt. That might be enough to put him out. He's got a hook on the lateral press, and 2 and 3. Clyde OG manages to pull out the miracle, do the seemingly impossible, take on Jopra head to head, and beat him straight up. Clyde OG moves on to the second round. Gary, tell us what happened in the last part of that match.
Well, I mean, you said it yourself. He went head-to-head with Jopra, finishing that match with 3 headbutts to Jopra's ugly mask. And I gotta tell you, this match was more satisfying than I could have even imagined. Clyde, the fan favorite pick, pulled it out and really made everybody happy to hear tonight. I mean, except for Jopra, but I don't even think he knows how to experience happiness in any kind of way that we can imagine.
I think you may have a point there, as well as the point about Clyde. That was a thoroughly vicious finish. Casey, what are your thoughts on that match, though?
I am really glad that Clyde came out. I'm excited to see what more he can do, and I just really hope that Jopra doesn't show up at my house tonight.
Let's hope that is the case as well. But let's move on to our first matchup of the second round, the semifinals of the AFCW Men's World Championship Tournament. We've got our 1 seed, Jeremy Gwaltney, going up against the 5 seed, Jonathan Calypso.
Now, this should be interesting.
Gary, who's going to win this match? How are they going to do it?
I think if Jeremy can stay on the attack long enough in this match, he's got it in the bag. If he lets Jonathan start taking control of this ring, it's going to be all over. But my money would have to be on Jeremy.
I think that's a smart choice. He'll definitely have to do what he did in the first round matchup against Raymond, where you have to cut off that space, because Jonathan's the type of athlete that can take space and use it against you. And so you got to use that grappling skill that he developed throughout his time as a collegiate wrestler. Take away that space from Jonathan Calypso. Casey, any thoughts on this second round matchup?
Ooh, that's my thought.
I am already seeing Jonathan pull some really big moves on Jeremy here. I am getting a little nervous for Jeremy, but he is picking up some momentum now, so I hope he can keep it up.
I'm getting a little nervous about them being outside the ring for as long as they are. Feels like we're being very liberal with these seconds.
Oh, they still got 6 seconds. And that's 6 Satoshi seconds.
Saito on a 5 count.
Well, I guess it's more of a count than it is seconds.
Got a neck breaker from Gwaltney. Looking to move in. I don't think this is the right time to pin, and I think Calypso just proved that. Whoa, big time reversal, and Calypso's been thrown outside of the ring over top of the very top rope. That one had to hurt, Gary. What do you think?
I imagine falling down with that much weight is never going to feel good.
Never gonna feel good. They're on a 3 count now, staying outside the ring. They're totally okay to be out there for the time being. Now, I would like to see him take it inside the ring. I'd like to see these 2 combatants, these 2 competitors, highly competitive individuals, I'd like to see them settle it in the ring.
Plus, we get more close shots of that shiny butt that Jeremy's got, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty dazzling.
Oh, knee to the chest, but it doesn't seem to be taking down the wall that is Jeremy Gwaltney.
Yeah, I mean, so far, momentum has been switching back and forth. It doesn't really seem like anyone has been dominating the time so much, but I do worry if Jonathan is given this much action in the ring, it's really going to be in his favor.
I think you're right. I think the more time goes on, the more space that Jeremy allows, the more opportunity Calypso has to win. However, Jeremy Gwaltney is famous for his conditioning program, so I don't know if Jonathan can even keep up with him.
I don't know, I feel like this is going to be very, very, very tight.
Well, you may be right on that.
I think you may have a point there. The momentum is shifting so quickly. It's going to be about who makes the least amount of mistakes.
I think Calypso may be starting to show his tiredness here.
Jeremy putting Jonathan into the corner. That's what you got to do. Keep up that pressure. Take away the space. Look to be setting up for maybe an All-American pedigree. Absolutely. Jonathan is down on his front. Now he's been rolled over for a 2 count. Jeremy can't finish it off. Jonathan showing off a little bit of resilience here. I think the cracks in the wall are beginning to appear, partner. I think you're right. I think that conditioning is really starting to come into Jeremy's favor and work against Jonathan. Perhaps maybe he needs to go back into the gym. Spectacular move. Now Jonathan says he doesn't care about conditioning. He's trying to win this match. Is he going to get it? Nope. 2 count and Gwaltney's out. Now Gwaltney is coming back with a little bit of momentum on his side, and he's going to come in with that 3rd pedigree. He lines it up, knocks it down, and this might be it. He might be moving on to the finals. Saito's down kind of slow, but he's got 2. He's got 3, and Gwaltney's moving on to the finals. Jeremy Gwaltney, the All-American. JG is moving on to the finals. I don't know, Gary. I'd say he's got a fantastic shot at taking home that belt. What do you say?
I think you're right. He would be the number 1 pick for me, I'd say. If he goes up against Stephen Tasty, he would maybe change my decision a little bit. But as of right now, he's definitely got a good chance of winning.
Casey, what are your thoughts on that match?
I genuinely have no thoughts. This is just completely impressive what both of them are capable of doing. It literally could have been anyone's match at almost any given moment, and yet here we are.
Here we are. That type of excellence can be seen in just about every match that the All-American Jeremy Gwaltney puts on, and he is going to move on to the finals and another chance, as we said, to win that AFCW Men's World Championship. But let's finish up the 2nd round. Let's get that other finalist. Let's move on to the 2 seed and 6 seed matchup. The illustrious Stephen Tasty going up against the cool guy, Clyde OG. Gary, who's going to win this match? How are they going to do it?
Crowd is definitely going to be on the side of Clyde OG in this match today, but if I had my guess, say Steeman is probably going to dominate this match. I mean, especially seeing how he outperformed his previous match in this tournament. I think he has a fair shot at this.
I'd say those are all excellent points. You cannot make any mistakes when you're going up against a grappler of the caliber of the illustrious Stephen Tasty.
And with hair like that too, I mean, it's such a distraction.
It is certainly a sight to behold. And that's what I'm saying, is just you can't make any mistakes. And as much as I and many other people love our man Clyde, I just don't know if he's got the skill level, unfortunately, to go up against an elite grappler like Tasty.
He's sure giving it his best shot. I mean, he is putting down some big hits on him.
I'd say that's his best chance, is just to brawl with him, and big time takedown. But that's all I can think to do, is he's just got to brawl and just keep the pressure up and just don't allow Tasty to implement his game plan.
And so far he's doing pretty well.
I think you're right there. Now, but that's not good. See, now if Tasty's pulling off moves like that, then he's in his wheelhouse. Clyde coming back now, though. Tasty pulling off another slam, and this is what I'm talking about. You can't allow Tasty to do stuff like this. I don't think this is going to be enough to beat him. Clyde proving to me right there.
He is an animal in the ring. Tasty, that is.
He's certainly voracious in this attempt on offense. He's putting the pressure on him. He's not letting Clyde up. Now, Clyde is getting up, but I'm telling you what, I think he had to put a lot of energy into doing so. Tasty is fairly well conditioned himself, so to go up against a guy like him, you got to be in good shape. Okoji World time. Let's see if it's enough to put Stephen Tasty down for a full 3 counts. Back the other way, and we're going around, and down goes Tasty.
Oh, here we go.
A lateral press and a hook. I don't think this is going to be enough to beat him. These are elite athletes here. These are elite wrestlers, elite competitors. You're going to have to put in a lot of effort if you're going to take either of them down. Oh, Koji neckbreaker.
Who's he got?
He had 2.
He's whittling him away, slowly but surely.
I think you're right. Let's see if he can actually capitalize on this advantage that he's created over the superior grappler. A lot of pressure. And Tasty's out.
I mean, you got to give it up for OG. I mean, he is trying his best to wear Steven out.
He's already taken back momentum.
Seems as though.
And he's definitely got the crowd on his side today. A lot of OG fans out there.
And they definitely want to see him move on in that final round, get a chance at that prestigious title.
I mean, he's already had to stare fear in the face, and now he's staring beauty in the face, and he's not letting him stop it.
Well, it certainly isn't pretty in this ring. Stephen Tasty out showing he wants to get that shot, that opportunity going up against the All-American. Oh, he might be lining up for something big. The old slam bam. Thank you, man. This might be the finish that Stephen Tasty's looking for. Dragging him into the center of the ring, getting a little bit of extra space. Don't get that rope break. He's got a hook. He's got 1. He's got 2. Saito might let him have it, but he doesn't get another count. Clyde is out, and this crowd is loving it.
I don't know if Clyde has got many more of those left in him.
I don't think he does, Gary. I think that is a very good point. Oh, Tasty's got him in a variant of a Boston Crab, it looks like. Clyde leverages out. Now, Steven was reversing a couple of those moves, but it seems like he walked right into that Okoji whirl. That's definitely not going to win this match for him. Speaking of not having enough in his pocket, I think this might be the same way for Steven. This might be an ending move for Clyde. Maybe moving on to that final round.
He is definitely getting Tasty tired.
Wearing him out. He's got 2. Tasty's out. This is the hottest 6.5 minutes that you have seen today. Big Okoji neckbreaker. That might be it. That's 2. And that, oh my, for the love of everything that is good. This is an amazing turn of events. I thought for sure Tasty was done.
All right, let's see what happens from here.
And now what's Clyde doing? He's just letting him recover. I don't think this is a smart move. Tasty coming back with his own offense. He's pulling him up. He might have a slam. Now,
That was a fatal mistake he made.
I think you're right. Dropping the big leg now. He's got a lot of momentum. He's coming back. I think this might be it. He's got a Tasty bomb lined up, and he's got it knocked down.
Not even 1.
Clyde's out. I think he might have had a rope break there. But Tasty doesn't want to let anything go right now. He was looking like he might have lost the match earlier. I don't think he wants to take that chance anymore, Gary.
I think he's looking to end it right here.
I think you're right with the slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. It looks like he's going to drag him into the middle of the ring for a little bit extra space. Don't want to get that rope break again. Apparently, he's got the lateral press with a leg hook. He's got two. And Clyde OG stays alive. This match is still going on 8 minutes of non-stop action here at Appalachian Faction.
Against all odds, he's still pulling it out.
Now that has got to hurt. Tasty's feeling the effects of this long match. Well, maybe I should say this high-intensity match. Let's put him in the corner. Big running clothesline, and he's not done with him. Got another reverse cutter of some sort. What an incredible move. Inverted cutter, perhaps. Clyde OG still alive in this match. He's putting on the pressure. I don't think this is going to be enough. Especially Saito taking so long to get down. That's two. And Tasty's out.
He's not done with him.
That's his only chance, I would think. Because if he allows any space, I think Steven is going to capitalize. Big spine buster. And now what's Clyde getting ready to do? What is Clyde getting ready to do?
Oh, he's taunting him.
Now here it seems he might be taking up a little bit too much time, but I don't know if it's going to matter.
He's got to keep this momentum if he wants a shot.
Crowd seems to like it. Can the illustrious Stephen Tasty work his way out of this, or is Clyde going to be able to finish off and grant this crowd what they want? Tasty fighting out of that headlock.
And Tasty said no.
Oh, they're both kicking a DDT from Clyde. This might be the finish. Doesn't look like it.
He is definitely showing his grit today.
Clyde is going up against some of the toughest opponents AFCW has to offer, and he is withstanding the storm. Oh! Big slam. He's got the pin, and I think he does. He has three. This crowd is disappointed, but I got to tell you, that was an impressive win. Stephen Tasty doesn't do very many things ugly, but that win might have been ugly, but I think he'll take it at the end of the day because he's moving on to the final. Gary, walk us through the ending there.
He did what everyone expected, even though everyone was wanting Clyde. Stephen definitely proved why he is not to be messed with in AFCW. He was relentless in his attacks. I mean, any space that Clyde gave him, he capitalized on, and that's really where Clyde's downfall was in this match.
Casey, what are your thoughts on this one?
You know, the audience may not have wanted Tasty to win, but I think it is very much a well-deserved win.
While the crowd may not have been satisfied by the outcome, I can certainly think that they were satisfied by the excellent wrestling put on display today. But that's all the time we have for this episode. Make sure to come back for our very next episode if you want to see the finals of the women's and the men's World Championship tournaments. We will crown the inaugural AFCW World Champions in each of the respective divisions. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more just like this, and also check out other Appalachian Faction social media. But for Casey and Gary, I've been Steven, and if anyone asks you, the action is at Appalachian Faction.